shall reflect on the life of St Camillus De Lellis. Hailing from a distinguished family in the Abruzzi in Italy, Camillus lost both his parents at an early age. His education and spiritual development badly neglected, he took up soldiering and gradually lost all his inheritance through gambling. Incurable abscesses developed on his feet, compelling him to give up military life and seek employment in a hospital. But his quarrelsome disposition and uncontrollable passion for gambling soon got him the sack. It was only after several years that he really reformed. He was a sober and penitent young man of 26 when he offered his services to the hospital for incurables in Rome. Here, he quickly won everyone's admiration by his selfless nursing of the sick and dying. Shortly, his conspicuous prudence and piety led to his being made head of the institution. At the age of 32, with Saint Philip Neri as his spiritual director, he took up the study of Latin so as to be better able to serve his charges, and 2 years later was ordained priest by the Welsh bishop Thomas Goldwell, then living in Rome, the last survivor of the Old English hierarchy. Camillus founded a confraternity of laymen devoted to serving the sick as a religious vocation, and this developed into what came to be called ministers of the sick, or the fathers of the good death, or simply Camillians. Camillus continued to be afflicted by his old infirmity throughout 46 years, and this, with 4 other disabilities, turned his life into one of continued suffering. But he would disregard it all, and calling his ailments the 5 mercies of God, drag himself from bed to bed to make certain that each patient was receiving due attention, both in the matter of nursing and in the spiritual care of his charges. He was far ahead of his age. He died on the 14th of July 1614 while invoking the sacred names of Jesus and Mary with touching devotion. Camillus was canonized in 1746. In 1886, Pope Leo XIII declared him and St. John of God joint patrons of all the sick and of their nurses, and rightly so, for to the last, Camillus effectively carried out the law of love in his service of the most destitute of his fellow men, ever conscious that in serving them he was serving none other than Christ himself.